Welcome back to the third lecture of Environmental Economics. This week on discounting, the social cost of carbon, and carbon pricing alternatives. By the way, where do you think this map was produced? In New Zealand. So far, we have explored how different notions of scarcity distinguish the cowboy economy and the spaceman economy. In the first lecture, we also saw that the abundance of fossil fuels, or the scarcity of Earth's absorptive capacity of greenhouse gases, if you will, is a most urgent threat to sustainability. Those of you who also take Economics of Climate Change from Thomas Doohan have probably recognized the middle figure of the top panel that shows the window of pathways to limit warming to 1.5 degrees is closing fast. In 2012, McKibben estimated that we had a budget of 565 gigaton of carbon dioxide equivalent remaining to give an 80 chance of keeping warming below 2 degrees Celsius. Since 2012, close to two-thirds of this budget has been consumed. Last week, we saw that neoclassical economists understand climate change as an externality problem, and that these economists propose to introduce taxes or a cap and trade market for emission allowances that would price the externality at their marginal social cost in the optimum. The hope of introducing accurate prices for climate externalities is that most fossil fuel applications will be priced out of the market. Moreover, such carbon prices may trigger positive feedback loops that facilitate the transition to net zero, such as redirecting investments to renewable alternatives. Today we will see that currently such taxes are either set too low, absent, or negative in the form of subsidies, and caps are being set too liberal. Given the abundance of reserves, one could wonder about the suitability of price instruments. Yet, let us for now take a pragmatic approach and attempt to get a better understanding of current practice in estimating the social cost of carbon. We start today with a short overview of some consequences of climate change for biodiversity. This is followed by a discussion on time discounting, which is an essential element to understanding the social cost of carbon. Afterwards, we review the most used approach to estimating the social cost of carbon, being integrated assessment models. Here I borrow from Nordhaus's Nobel lecture that is included in the readings. This is followed by a set of critiques where I draw mostly from the work of Pindijk. Next, we consider a cost efficiency alternative approach to carbon pricing by looking into Stiglitz-Stern, their assessment of Paris consistent carbon prices. I close with some thoughts on the relative merits of Pigouvian taxation and cap and trade, and comment on the use of price instruments versus command and control types of policies. The figures on this slide are borrowed from Ed Hawkins and depict the spiraling increase of global temperatures since 1850.